We're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talking to Media's your home for entertainment by fans for fans. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. Send us any questions, comments we want to hear them. If you like what you see, we would also love and appreciate your support. You can become a member. You can sponsor us on Patreon for some very fun exclusives. Joining me tonight is the wonderful
Christmas face. we got some a little, probably like what, a little ring rust to knock out there. I think. Oh, you know, I think I they might have heard you slightly, guys. If who's ever in the chats, let me know. I think I might have had Amy's volume turned down when she did that whole intro,
That's cool.
but I just turned it up now. So let me just go back and say thank you guys for being patient. We got a whole new studio thing happening here. We're finally using Streamlabs. I've been talking about that for the past couple of weeks, and I know you guys don't care about the details. You're just mad whenever Amy's volume is turned off. So let me just go back.
You
Let
can't
me-
hear the
thank you
beautiful
guys for
sound of
being-
my voice.
We got a whole new. Let's see what. Let's see if I'll double check later on to make sure that the volume is. I think I fixed it, but sorry guys. Thank you guys for coming back. We're live again. It's gonna be a lot of bugs, a lot of hiccups going on for me using a new program, using a new keyboard. Laptop, new surroundings and everything, and just trying to just make it crawling, but it's just inch by inch out of this damn 2020 whole situation going on here, guys. Hey,
So you are blaming the year.
which is ridiculous, I know, but I'm just gonna do it because it's my prerogative. Hey, you know what? That's just what I like to do. So, Amy, you know, how you doing? I mean, thank you once again. Thank you and Eric for doing what you did for the past couple of weeks while I was, getting all this stuff figured out and whatever. Those episodes were highly rated, the best episodes we've ever had. Finally, Chris is gone.
Yeah, man, it was our pleasure. I know Eric had a great time and is excited to be back whenever we need him.
I mean, once we get the whole thing figured out, and maybe this will be a 3-panel show, like from this day moving forward. We just got to get the whole, we got to get the logistics. We got to get Eric's contract. He's a very hard negotiator. He's like, no, Chris, we're talking 6 figures, and so I gotta make it a sweet deal for him. Otherwise, he's just gonna laugh me out.
His contract writer is intense.
Yeah. He ain't playing any games. But we got a couple of topics, like as usual, guys. We got about 3 topics. I'll try to squeeze in some of the trending stuff that's been going on, some of the stuff I've been beefing about and upset about this whole week. But I'm probably just gonna play it safe and just keep it tight to the main 3 topics only. And as I progress and get better with this whole Streamlabs thing, then you'll see some funny stuff, some pop-ups here and there, and everywhere. Stuff that I'm going to try to annoy the hell out of Amy with as best as I can. It's going to be great.
I blame 2020 for that.
But if we let's just try to power through. Keep a tight, what do you call it? Not a tight 5, let's tight 30-minute show. Mm-hmm. Because you guys were crushing it. We're keeping it consistent, keeping it
we're quarantined together. So we spend so much time together. We're like, I have nothing more to say to you. I love them, but I have nothing more to say.
The second the cameras were turned off, they just part like the Red Sea.
Just quietly walk to our separate corners of the bedroom.
Well, hopefully that doesn't translate on camera, guys, so you guys won't, be, asking, hey, Chris, is everything okay? I don't know what's going on over there. They're in California. I'm just going to let them work that out. We got a couple of topics that we're going to run down real quick and give our thoughts, opinions on it. As you guys, if you want to chime in live, let us know what you guys think. Feel free, Streamlabs tips or super chats. We would definitely appreciate it. It does help us to maintain the show and keep it going. and help it grow little by little. And like I said, I appreciate you guys' patience. It's a hell of a thing moving. You might have noticed the beard is growing. I'm doing an experiment. I'm going to keep No Shave November going for a couple of more months to see how long it's going to take for Joy to kick me out of the house. So
Love it.
with that out of the way, what's the first trending topic of the week?
I'm pretty excited about this one. From Deadline, Mario Lopez stirs up a recipe for seduction as KFC's Colonel Sanders in new Lifetime mini movie. That's not a sentence I was emotionally prepared to say. Why did the chicken cross the road? To see Mario Lopez act as Kentucky Fried Chicken's Colonel Sanders on Lifetime, of course. On Monday, Lifetime turned heads when it announced this unusual casting for an even odder title. The network shared a poster on Twitter promoting its new original mini movie, A Recipe for Seduction. The Lifetime original mini movie follows a young heiress as she struggles to pick between a rich suitor selected by her mother and the new house chef, Highland Sanders, who brings more than his 11 herbs and spices secret recipe to the table. Ugh. Is that his ding dong?
The herbs and spices?
Is that it says it brings more than the herbs and spices. Yeah, it's his ding dong. That's the 12th.
That's spice. The 12th. There's the title for the sequel, The 12th Spice.
The 12th Spice. It's his wee wee.
The Spice Girls are featured in that one.
I don't know why I can't.
We're gonna have to. We can talk about this all night, but that top 5, we got to keep it tight. So let's just try. Keep it clean. Keep it clean, Amy.
You know what I think bothers me slightly? Yeah, can we have an after dark discussion on this as well? I have thoughts that are not YouTube apropos, but I just realized on some stupid level it bothers me that it's not also a Christmas movie.
Didn't it say that it was supposed to be Christmassy?
I don't know. I think I assumed because Lifetime movie.
Usually around this time, they were very Christmas friendly, but this was.
Yeah.
This is just spicy.
Which is why, as I was reading that, I was like, I don't think it's Christmassy, and like, we don't need another element to this. But I'm a little bummed. This is so dumb. It's fun though. I like it. It definitely, a little bit of that weird like in on the jokeness of it, I think does give both those brands a little edge of like, okay, Lifetime, like you're willing to kind of poke fun at the silly, sort of formulaicness of your movies. And KFC, I feel like, has been kind of having fun with their brand and the Colonel Sanders thing for a while. Like, wasn't like Reba Colonel Sanders for a second? Like, they've done some weird stuff with it.
They've had a wrestler named Dolph Ziggler play Colonel Sanders. I have a theory on that, and it's the fact that Jack in the Box has been crushing it with the comedy for the past like 20 years, and now KFC is trying to catch up. But they might have taken the lead with this because
it's ridiculous. Elaborate for sure. Like, maybe too elaborate. I feel like it's like y'all could have just written a tweet about this. It didn't need to really exist. Like, this had a budget and like, I don't know.
There was a director. I mean,
there was a director.
There's people in the Directors Guild and the Actors Guild involved with this. There's a union. Look, I saw this. I thought it was a joke. I said to myself, it was like Lifetime was like, oh, I see you over there, Hulu, with you trying to break ground and try to break glass ceilings and break records with Happiest Season and move the country forward. Well, watch this. We'll watch what we do with how we take this fast food icon, cast Mario Lopez Slater, and we're going to change the name of Romance forever and Spicy Chicken forever.
I almost just want to watch to see, because I feel like they're promising a pretty sexy time, and I'm just curious how
Amy, you are falling for it. You are falling for the gimmick. This is a 1 hour and 30-minute long commercial
No, it's 15 minutes, Chris.
What? This is
It's
not
only
even.
15 minutes.
This isn't a feature. This isn't a film.
Why is that the shocking part?
So this is. Wait. What did I not? Did I? Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I barely read about. I was like, I was in my head that this was a movie.
No, it's a mini movie. It's like 15 minutes long.
This is for Instagram. Is this going to be on Lifetime, or is this going to be?
I believe it is. Yes, it is going to be on Lifetime. I might have to watch it though, because I do just need to know if the Colonel bones down. Am I allowed to say bones down?
Yeah, boneless, maybe.
Hey. We on that note, I'm gonna take it to the poll. We asked you, in the dumbest news ever, Mario Lopez stirs up a recipe for seduction as KFC's Colonel Sanders in new Lifetime mini movie. If this is successful, what fast food franchise should Lifetime ruin next? 39% said McDonald's, 34% said Wendy's, 14% said Burger King, and 13% said Jack in the Box.
A lot of people.
I feel like Wendy's is the obvious, because like Ronald McDonald isn't sexy, but you could cast a hot redhead as Wendy.
Epic rap battles of history did. I mean,
I'm just saying. I think every other fast food franchise has a slightly upsetting mascot.
Yeah.
Like I almost said Wendy's gets points for being human, though I guess Ronald is human, but no one wants to think about Ronald McDonald that way. I'd vote Wendy's.
And
I'd vote Wendy's with Jack in the Box in the second. I don't know why, but
this was perfect for a Jack in the Box thing. I know.
Well, I feel like the joke writes itself.
Yeah. Well.
I feel like Jack in the Box would have to be a little raunchier.
Yeah, and Jack in the Box on HBO Max.
There you go.
I just feel like I'm glad you told me. Now that you told me that it's 15 minutes, now
you're willing to commit 15 minutes of your life to it. Is that what you're saying?
Not 16 minutes, but 15. I could break an appointment. I can check that out and see what the hell is going on.
I feel like honestly, Jerf1 commented and really summed up all my thoughts on this.
What did he have to say?
Commented on our poll. It's so stupid that they're doing this, but you can be damn sure I'm going to watch it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much sums up all my comments on this. Thank you, Jerf.
Don't let the sexy Mario Lopez draw you in. This 15-minute commercial is all it is. You're going to watch this thing and you're going to be like, I have a hankering for some chicken for some.
I'm going to watch it, and I promise you I will not buy any KFC. How about that?
I'm going to take the under on that one. I feel like there's going to be like subliminal messages. It's going to cause people to get all hot and bothered and go for some chicken. This is something. I mean, it's got to be a reason for all this.
Well, I gotta watch it now. I gotta know. But I'm curious. Are you guys gonna watch it? Let us know. Let us know what you think. And then I'm curious. Maybe it'll be good.
I'm curious. Maybe it should have just been on Instagram, but hey, that's just me. Well, anyway, with that out the way, what's the next topic?
From the LA Times, AT&T Inc. Chief Executive John Stankey on Tuesday defended the company's industry-shaking decision to put Warner Brothers' entire 17-film slate on the streaming service HBO Max next year, saying, quote, it needed to try something different to respond to the pandemic. The decision to release movies, including potential hits such as Dune and Matrix 4 on HBO Max, as soon as they hit theaters, has shaken Hollywood in an unprecedented way, with some filmmakers and experts believing that the decision will do irreparable damage to the traditional film exhibition business. Warner Brothers partners, including theater chains and production companies such as Legendary Entertainment, also were taken aback by the decision to put movies directly onto the streaming service at no extra charge. Movie theater giant AMC Entertainment blasted WarnerMedia's HBO Max decision last week, saying the company clearly intended to sacrifice studio profits to subsidize its HBO Max startup. This has been big news, heated news. I feel like this is kind of the first we've been sitting down and chatting since this decision was made on Warner Brothers front.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
I
Do you
mean,
think
yeah, me
it's
and
a smart decision, or do you think it is gonna be? I feel like a lot of Hollywood feels betrayed by it. Like Christopher Nolan had some really harsh words.
yeah, we were talking about this yesterday a little bit about it. I mean, uh, I can understand only because I understand what HBO, I mean, what Time Warner and Warner Brothers and AT&T and them are doing with this whole, everything's going to streaming. We got to catch up to Netflix and Disney Plus, and this pandemic has expedited the whole. Theaters are on the way, out the door as far as being the top way we, absorb and consume these movies because, people have been stuck at home. So now people are going to get used to, watching movies at home thing. Yeah. I get that. But Christopher Nolan is just very upset with the way Warner Brothers handled it. Not only did they give a sweet deal of compensation to Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot for the upcoming Wonder Woman movie. Hey, I know your contract said that this was supposed to go into theaters. We're going to give you the equivalent of what it would have of your bonus because they were going to get points. They took a pay cut to get points of the gross. So we'll assume this would have made $1 billion and we'll pay you accordingly of that. And that's what they got. But everybody else got nothing. They got no notice, no notification. They all found out the same way we all found out. And I understand where some people are like, oh, well, you Hollywood guys, you're just, complaining and stuff. It's almost like that whole like shut up and dribble kind of a mentality that they don't have the right to complain. No, they definitely. I feel like they do. They do definitely have.
Yeah, but
right
I feel like that's a little bit of a false equivalency because like the shut up and dribble, I've always seen more in terms of, and it kind of comes down to how I feel about a lot of this, which is like shut up and dribble. I feel like is usually in regards to people actually having complaints about like large scale, political injustice and stuff. This is like, it sucks. There's a pandemic, man. We're all just trying to it's a rock and a hard place. I personally, as a film goer, like the decision as someone who and everybody has different risk sort of factors they're comfortable with. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to a theater right now. I will not be until, I'm personally like vaccinated and or get the okay of like, this is safe. I'm not doing it. I appreciate not feeling like I'm going to have to miss out on every movie. When movie theaters open, I will be so excited. The first movie I go to see in a theater, I'll probably cry, but like, you got to figure it out. Did Warner Brothers handle it brilliantly? No, maybe not. But the actual decision, I just feel like theaters will figure out a way out of this. People will be excited to get
maybe
back
not
there.
Because everybody's reporting that this is the next step in. It's not going to kill the theater industry, but this is another nail in the coffin of.
Yeah, but I don't mean to be cold-hearted about it. It's terrible. That's what's happening this year.
Yeah, that's true.
With the exception of like Walmart and grocery stores. Small businesses are going out of business. Local restaurants are going out of business. It's awful. I'm not trying to downplay how awful that is. It's not Warner Brothers' fault that the pandemic happened. If it's not safe or counties and states are regulating that theaters can't be kept open, or what we're really dealing with is it looks different across the country. So how do you decide like, you could go see a movie in Texas. I can't here in California.
That's true.
So how do you deal with that? You can't just release something in theaters and go, oh, sorry, bad luck.
I mean, yeah.
So it's a rock and a hard place.
But that's only.
I understand people are angry, but there's so much to be angry about right now. I just feel like it's not the one I can get.
But that's true. That's only if you're always comparing it to the or everything to the pandemic, and of course this is what this is about. But. Yeah. Christopher Nolan, and he's not the only one now. A lot more other writers, actors, and directors and producers are also being vocal about this because we're living in a world. I mean, if I feel like we're only saying that to people who are already. Of course, we're a little less worried about people who already have a bajillion dollars in the bank. But if we were talking about, I mean, every day there are regular people, like you just said, that because of the pandemic, they're losing their businesses, they're losing their jobs, their small businesses and employment and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's what we're focused on. But every actor, every director, every person, this is their job. I mean, they have a skill, they have a talent, they have a career and a background, and like just like a football. That's why I compared it to the whole shut up and dribble thing.
No, I get it. I haven't been on set since late February, early March. I get it. I'm an actor. Right. It sucks, but not at this level.
You think we're a little less worried about it when we know they already have $1 million in the bank?
It doesn't hurt. Also, Aaron G in the chat, thanks for tuning in, Aaron, said Christopher Nolan is always bitter, which just made me chuckle.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Christopher Nolan has resting bitch face for everything, even when he's wishing people a Merry Christmas. That's true. I'll give you that, Aaron. That is
I'm just
true.
Like, sorry nobody sorry people didn't pee their pants over Tenet. I'm super sorry, bro.
He's the guy who I feel like on general conversation probably says bah humbug, like for real. But
I feel like you were talking about how mad Christopher Nolan was, and I just sent back the there are people that are dying Kim meme, because that's really true.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean when you compare it to that, Christopher Nolan's being but
everybody's getting screwed in this pandemic.
Exactly.
And am I mad about the way things have been handled? Absolutely. This is not the biggest or most tragic injustice of the pandemic. And again, for me as a moviegoer, it's a decision that works for me. I wish they had handled it a bit better with regards to how the actors and creative team were treated, but fundamentally, I do think it was the right way to handle this.
I feel like it was the right way to handle it. I feel like the way they went about notifying everybody was the wrong way to go.
I agree. No, I think we are on the same page.
Yeah,
we did ask you guys.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying there's no way in the world Disney is gonna make that same mistake. They're not gonna forget to notify people and to talk to the other investors the way Warner Brothers.
No, it is insane that people were freaking out from this announcement. That is bad business. I don't disagree.
Do we have any?
But we asked you guys on the community. Disney is focused on streaming and now HBO Max. If this trend continues, what is likely to happen when theaters that haven't shut down reopen? 61% said the convenience of watching at home will have set in. 39% said moviegoers will fight to revive the theater. I disagree with the majority on this, man. I really like people. All of this stuff. I feel like I've seen one headline after another about this is the end of a phase. This is the end of concerts. This is the end of movie theater. People are fighting to do it now when it's not safe. People are going to go back to theaters. I am not worried.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I agree with you. I'm not worried about that. The thing that they're going to have to realize is because of the pandemic and the fact that a lot of people who didn't listen to the suggestions to the CDC and to guidelines and all that stuff, they are mostly the blame for the reason why it dragged out and lasted so long. And when it is safer to go out to theaters again, there is congratulations, 2021, 2022 and beyond, there's going to be a lot fewer theaters to go. You're going to have to probably drive further than you would have if you wore your mask because a lot of theaters have shut down. I mean, there's an AMC that's been there since, oh my God, since I can hardly, the early 90s, I believe, or the mid 90s. An AMC 30 on a street called Westheimer just shut down for good. And so I think it's starting with the larger theaters, and they're going to hold on to the smaller, because that's a lot of real estate. You got to pay that mortgage on all that real estate. The AMC 30s and higher, they're gone. So prepare yourself, guys. It's gonna be some smaller theaters moving forward. So
it sucks. It's gonna take a hit, but I do think people will fight to get it back. Lord Haven 111 says theaters won't be going anywhere. They didn't go anywhere when everyone was getting high def and big plasma, LCD, LED, etc. screen TVs. I think, and honestly, the industry changes. It just does.
It's going to change back to the way it was back in the 80s. The number of theaters that we had in 1985 is probably what we're going to get in 2021. That's all.
But honestly, I mean, not to be like, wow, circle of life, because it does suck. It is a damn shame. But like, this is the direction things were going with services like Netflix and Hulu popping up as, an Amazon Prime Yeah.
The only problem, the only thing that sucks is that was like maybe 10, 15 years down the line, and now it happened.
But the nature of the industry is changing, and unfortunately, this is pushing it along faster. But again, I mean, hell, people still insist on getting, record players and stuff. Like, people are damn stubborn about things they like, and I don't think the movie-going experience is something people are ready to get rid of entirely. So I hold out hope that there will be a resurgence and people will fight to hang on.
Well, Christopher Nolan, you don't have to be bitter because I saw Tenet at the theater. So there you go.
Don't be bitter, be better. Anyway.
All right, what's next?
According to Entertainment Weekly, Letitia Wright responds to anti-vaxxer claims after sharing controversial COVID-19 vaccine video. Wright said she didn't mean to hurt anyone after sharing a video questioning the effectiveness of the COVID-19 vaccine. Engaging with multiple user accounts online, Wright further stated that she wasn't suggesting not to take the COVID-19 vaccine, just that she was, quote, concerned about what's in it. She added, quote, I think it's valid and fair to simply ask what's in it. Marvel movie actors came out in droves on social media recently to defend colleague Chris Pratt for attending a church with a history of making homophobic remarks. In Wright's case, coworkers have remained largely silent on the matter as of Friday.
I agree. I mean, it's true. And we posted. I think we're going to talk about it too. I posted something for a quick vote on the whole thing, and I remember one response was about making it a male female thing. I'm like, no, it wasn't about like trying to to attack men on it. And I wrote the question the way I wrote it about maybe I was because the coincidence of the silence of whenever a Marvel or Disney actor who is a female gets into any kind of stir online or something like that, co-stars who just happen to be guys are very tight-lipped. But when a male actor gets into any kind of a controversy, co-stars or male and female are vocal and jumping to their defense. And it's just a fact of matter. I mean, and I'm not trying
to stand by Chris Pratt, but I wouldn't stand up for her. I think what she posted was ill-informed and irresponsible when you have a platform that size. Like, you want to know what's in it, you can research how vaccines are made. They've been like, we can go down this rabbit hole for probably hours.
For hours. Like, oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm not defending what she said. Letitia.
I'm not calling you dumb. I'm saying you are not a scientist.
Right.
I'm not
defending what she said at all. But you're never gonna get the majority of the guys that work with her in that company to stick their neck out real quick. Don Cheadle did it for a split second, and then he backpedaled.
I actually had a lot of respect for what Don Cheadle said, which was basically like, this was ill-informed. I take back my comment. I'm not going to throw the whole person out. Like, it was a very respectful, like, I like her as a person. I agree that this was not a good move.
I can understand why he was willing to come out there before he watched the video and defend her at first, because I mean, there is a history. I mean, with this, I mean, from the Tuskegee Airmen, black people are just not willing to be the first in line to get a lot of medicines and vaccines because of the history of it. I understand that. And that might have been what she was going at it. If that's what she was going with it, she should have stayed right there in that lane. But when she went out of that lane to just like anti-vaxxer stuff, I mean,
because there's a big difference between posting like, I have some questions and some reservations, and genuinely like, who can link me to genuine facts about this stuff. But she didn't do that. She posted a video with a whole bunch of conspiracy theories.
Exactly. And then after the fact, she tried to backpedal to, I was just asking the question. No, you went anti-vaxxer And there was no. I'm not saying that that people should have defended her on this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just another thing that even like when Brie Larson was getting attacked, hardly.
See, that's a more
anything.
apt example because I feel like Brie Larson didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything
that she
wrong
should
at
have
all.
been getting
But
attacked for.
But when any of the other guys get into any kind of hot water, the guys are willing to jump out there and be, no, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. Mrs. Wright is still a great person. She just was very wrong to put that out there, especially with something so dangerous. It's
again, just an irresponsible use of your platform.
You're this is the thing that makes people go, you're just a freaking actor or something like that. I mean, that's what happens when it's like, oh really, you got some theories from a website that you saw on a scientific thing that you have no degree in? Come on, tell me these conspiracy theories now. I want to hear them.
I love hearing people being like, well, I just want to know more. And it's like, what could you find out? You don't know. You don't know.
You don't know. You're not in the FBI.
You're not a scientist. You didn't study this. Like I said, if you're going, I want to hear more research from scientists.
Yes.
I understand. You cannot do your own research about vaccines.
Right.
You don't know. You didn't study them. I'm sorry.
But this reminds me. You kind of reminded me of what's her name from Saturday Night Live, who did that cold opening of that woman that was in court with Giuliani and talking about. I literally saw dead people voting. And the number, okay, like
is that the woman who said she signed it? I signed an affidavit.
And after David, I went and then after David. Oh my God. Was there anything? Was there any? We got your votes on that one?
Oh yeah, we asked. Just real quick too. Just the irony of the person playing who got so famous for playing the smartest character in the entire Marvel universe.
Literally the smartest character in the MCU,
and a scientist posting this anti-science conspiracy theorist.
She's tweeting, "That's just a movie, okay?"
Yeah, let's be clear. I do not understand science. Letitia Wright deleted her Twitter history after outrage of her anti-vaccine post generated. Outrage. The question is, do you believe that if this was a male member of the Marvel roster, that more of the actors would show support? 11% said yes, 89% said no. Sherrod B. Nathan said, this isn't a man versus woman interpretation. It's life versus death, science versus blissful ignorance, fact over fiction. Even if, say, Mark Ruffalo said he was anti-vaccination, people would be booing and reminding him that he technically plays a ridiculously smart doctor. I agree with that. I think people are so sensitive towards even if what she said was not out and out, I'll never take a vaccine, anything approaching anti-vax rhetoric right now, like I said, I think feels so irresponsible in this moment that I do think people would have jumped on anyone.
I mean, what are the things that we've eradicated? Like chicken pox is pretty much gone. The measles.
Polio, I feel like is the big
polio is they're always the go-to. Yeah. I'm like, could you imagine if anti-vax, which they were out there, I mean, and some people had their legit reasons for it, but these things would still be around.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hey, people want to believe what they want to believe. They have the right to believe what they want to believe. It's just if that's your lifestyle, just don't come coughing around me. Just stay over there. Give me 50 feet. But guys, let me know what you guys think about that whole issue with I don't think any more of it's going to come out. I think after a little while, I think it's going to all go away. I'll tell you one thing though. I think this kind of killed the whole, I want her to be the new Black Panther for some, I don't know why I thought about that.
Yeah.
I think that kind of deaded that argument.
I have a feeling I feel like we talked on this channel last week.
Uh-huh.
They probably already have made, or at least are very close to making decisions. They're probably in talks with people and have just not gone public.
Right.
But so I doubt it really changed anything, and I doubt they were doing that. But yeah, I'd be curious to see if that would affect any. Maybe the Shuri movie can get back burner.
No, I don't think we're gonna have her on the face of that franchise anymore.
Which is a shame. She's definitely someone. When I heard it, was like, oh man, I liked her.
I still like her. I feel like she quickly learned that lesson. Hey, she was one of the only ones I've seen do that whole Twitter wipe thing. Most people just cancel the account. They're like, no, I'm keeping the account open. I'm just deleting the history. But you know that people screenshot tweets. You can't get rid of it. But it was an interesting move. I feel like that was her way of going, ooh, yeah, I messed that up. Aaron G on the chat said Disney has a huge stockholders meeting tomorrow. Things could get very interesting. That's when they're going to announce we are canceling the Sherry casting.
I think that might have been in response to the Warner Brothers
that's the
sort of chat scene where
that's when they're going to announce.
I agree.
They're gonna make a huge deal. Look, okay, real quick. I'm a realtor. And whenever I get a new client that says, I was working with this other realtor and they did this wrong, I love those moments because then I know what not to do to keep this client happy. So Disney is going to do that tomorrow. They're going to go, well, we gave our directors and our producers a heads up. We faxed them, text them, email them, and told them how much we loved them. And, they're gonna milk this so much. So let us know what you guys think about that, and we'll probably keep talking about it a little bit more. We got your mail. Do we have it? That's it. That's the
show, baby.
That was the last topic, man. Okay, guys, thanks.
Put a bow on it.
And we're done.
Stick a fork in it. I don't know what people say.
Is that
I've been inside too long.
Is that the same? Put a bow in it. I'm done.
It's Christmas. Listen, I called you Christmas when we started.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Look, guys, I appreciate you guys. That's the show. Once again, thank you again for being patient with us. We're moving around and getting things settled in. I'm learning this new system. The buttons are really big, and I didn't read the manual. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna do the best I can, and I'll try to make this this show closer as less heartfelt as possible, because I know you guys have missed me. I know. I'm sorry. So, Amy, where can they find you online?
I am on Instagram at amy.n.newman and on Twitter at amy_n_newman. Come say hi. Yeah.
Don't be weird. But with me, you can find me at Chris Fagan 1980, and you can be as weird as you like. I love it, man. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram. Remember, you can also, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns you want to share with us, that's at T3 Medias. Email us as well. Check out the podcast and all the good stuff. Hopefully next week will be a little bit more familiar, a little bit extra stuff. Aaron G, appreciate you for chatting with us as we did our thing. And as always, guys, Talking to the Medias was streamed in front of a live studio audience that we definitely gave the heads up that we're going to be putting this show directly on HBO Max for 2021. So, because we love you guys, we're not going to do that to you guys. So until next time, peace.